So students, in this class we will talk about the circular concept which will help us in finding the number of images formed by two plane mirror which are at any angle. Now if you see the figure here, let's say these are two mirrors, correct? These are two mirrors and there is an object which is here at O. Now let's say this object is at 45 degree. 45 degree. Okay, so it is at 45 degree. So the if we have to feel this, how the whole scenario would be, it would be something as you see in the paper. Now image of this would be somewhere here. This will be image. This would be one image as well, I1. So this and this are equal, this and this are equal, so this is I2, correct? Now if I complete it, I will see, if I extend this mirror, if I extend the image of this I2, remember where the object would be treated as I2, image would be somewhere here, which is here. Let's call it I3. And similarly, if we extend this as well, this mirror as well, right, then if we treat this as object, image would be this. Okay, and the image of this, treating this as a mirror, would be here, and this will coincide with image of this, treating this as a mirror. Both will coincide at this point. Okay, now if we complete this, let's say we complete this. If we complete this, right, and now if we talk about the congruency, let's connect this as well, right? Now by congruency we can prove this is equal to this, correct? Similarly we can find it out that all the distances like this, this and this would be equal. Now by congruency we can prove these distances are same, correct? Now that means that if we treat this as center, then when the distances are same, it means it is a radius, correct? So if we have to put it, we can say this is radius, this is also radius, this is also radius, and this is also radius. See, all the 4 points will fall if we draw a circle something like this. Okay, so okay, and everything will fall on this circle. All the images will fall in this circle itself. May it be, see, now at this point, one is object. There are three images we are talking about. One is I1, I2 and I3. All are at the periphery of the circle drawn, and even object is also in the periphery. Okay, now one thing here to note is that suppose the object, if you see this line and the mirror, so the angle between the object line, which is this, and the mirror line is 45 degree, correct? So the image is formed on the other side at the same angle. So means this angle would also be 45 degree, and that is what we have for I1, correct? Now if you look at this, here the object is 45 degree above this M2, so the other image is on this side at 45 degree. 45 degree, yeah, that this is 45 degree, correct? Very good. Now this is first thing. Now look at this. See, this is the mirror and this is the object whose image we have already found out. Let me write it. We already. Now look at this image. We already discussed about this. This image will behave as an object for this mirror, and the angle is 45, 45, 40, 45. So this becomes 135. So the image of this would be here at I3, which is 45, 45 and 45, 135. Okay. Now look at this image, and this is the mirror, right? Angle from this will, for this mirror, you know, for this mirror, this is behaving as a but again this will not behave as an object because this side is polished. So we will just talk about this side. This is at 135, so the image would be here at I3, which is 135. Okay. Now look at this mirror. If you look at this mirror, one you have already drawn. If it is at 45 degree, it is you know, in the downward side 45, which we have already drawn. Now if we look at this image, so this is at 45, 45, 45, which is 135. So the image would be at 135, 45, 45, 45, and it will actually coincide at I3 only. You understanding? Now this is a question which let's try to attempt. This is one mirror and there is an object which is kept in between somewhere in such a way that, you know, this angle is alpha and with another mirror it is beta, correct? And we have to find out the images, you know. So the first step for it would be, first with O as the center, you know, draw a circle. Okay, so that is the first step. So the first image, see this angle is alpha, so the first image would be here at I1, which is making alpha, correct? Similarly here the beta, so the second image of this, let's say it is I2, this is beta. Okay. Now look from M1. This image I2 is alpha plus beta distance far. So one image would be formed here with the same angle. So basically this is alpha plus beta. It is alpha plus 2 beta. So there would be an image which would be at somewhere here, and this would be, let's say, I3, and this whole angle would be alpha plus beta. So it would be alpha plus 2 beta. Okay. Now similarly for M2, this image is at a distance of what? Alpha plus beta. So it is 2 alpha plus beta. So the image would be formed this side with somewhere here, and this would be what? I4, and this whole angle from here, let's say from here, would be how much it would be? 2 alpha plus beta. Okay, and so on and so on. The same thing will keep on repeating. Now here, very important thing, this process is being repeated. But when will it stop? So it will stop. See, the moment, suppose this is mirror M1 and I'm keeping the pen here. The moment the image reaches behind this mirror, then it will not reform. It will not reform and it will stop there only. So I can say if angle for any one mirror is greater than 180 degree, greater than or equal to, further images will not form. Okay,